All right, so here we got the notes for exponential growth and decay. So just a general form of exponential function, a times b to the x. You'll sometimes see it written like this as well, where the b goes in parentheses, but means the same thing. So a is the initial amount, occasionally see that as y0. B is our multiplier. So if our amount is increasing, 1 plus r, where r is our percent growth, or decreasing, 1 minus r. X is typically the amount of time, occasionally represented with t. So sometimes you'll see it written like this in terms of y0 and t instead of a and x. So if growth or decay does not cover unit time, so hour, day, week, necessary for the included fractional exponent. So if it doubles every 2 days, your exponent becomes x over 2. But, okay. So down here, a new car purchased for $15,500. Value of the car depreciates 7.5% per year. So the first thing we need to do is write 7.5 as a decimal, so divided by 100, so 0.075. Car beat to nearest cent after 6 years. So y equals, so a is our initial amount. It's decreasing in value and after 6 years. And that then, since that's all numbers, that is just a calculator problem. So let me grab a calculator real fast. Okay, so 15,500, parentheses 1 minus 0.075, all to the 6th power. So that car will be worth to the nearest cent. So there's a dollar amount. Okay, so for this one, we're starting with 330. We're decaying by, so 25.5% as a decimal is that after 5 minutes. So 330, parentheses 1 minus 0.255, all to the 5th. So we get 75 point nearest 10th, 7. All right, let's see here. So 1200 is our starting amount. We're growing, so 0.035 to the 7th. So there will be, to the nearest whole number, that many people in town. Alrighty, so find growth percent. This is kind of working in reverse, so we're going to look at the decimal number for growth percent until we get to 8 or 9 down here. So growth or decay, so you're looking at that number. If that number is more than 1, it's a growth. So this problem is growth. To find the rate, we take our decimal minus 1 and then multiply it by 100. So that problem is growth of 4%. Here we are less than 1, so we have decay. So instead of doing our number minus 1, because that's going to give us negative, we're going to do 1 minus our number. So that's going to be 0.194 times 100 makes this 19.4%. So this number is less than 1, decay. So 1 minus 0.11 is 0.89, so 89%. The number is more than 1. So growth, whoops, which means we do 1.06 minus 1, because we want our decimal to be greater than 1. So that's 0.06, so multiply 100, 6%. Now for these two down here, we have coefficients. So what we actually have to do is work out, you split the exponent apart. So we need to work out what 0.86 squared is. So that is 0.7396, and then we do our growth or decay. So that number is less than 1, decay. So 1 minus 0.7396 would be 0.2604. So 26.04%. So here's kind of hard to see, but that's a negative x over 8. So negative 1/8 is the number part of the exponent. Oops, off the screen. So 0.91 raised to the negative 1/8 gives us 1.0119, we'll call it. So more than 1 is growth. Subtract it from 1. So that gives us 0.0119 multiplied by 100 gives us 1.9%. And that is the end of the section.